What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Abel Ramos versus Yordenis Ugas, which is a 12-rounder for the WBA regular welterweight world championship. And before I get into this fight, I gotta say, horrible scorecards. Terrible. I thought they were gonna rob Ugas. I scored it personally 117-111 for Ugas. The only rounds I gave Ramos were rounds 12, rounds 8, and round 3. In round 3 and round 12, Ramos was able to wobble Ugas with some nice short left hooks, and the 8th round could have been a swing round either way. But the scorecards were just disgusting. One of them scored it, Lumaret scored it 117-111 for Ramos. Just terrible. I mean, all the other boxing YouTubers I saw and on social media, they were saying terrible scorecards, and I gotta agree with them. The judging, the scoring in the bubble has been pretty bad, in my opinion. Another fight on PBC to compare with Luke Santa Maria versus Michael Fox. I'm not sure if you guys saw that one. Horrible scoring. And it's same with this fight. Terrible scoring. I was thinking after the fight should be an easy scorecard win, unanimous decision win for Ugas. And I was thinking, what if they rob him? Who knows? And I heard split decision out of Jimmy Lennon Jr.'s mouth, and I was like, what? Then I heard 117-111 for Ramos. And I was like, they're going to rob him. And on Ugas's record, he does have 2 split decision losses to lower tier opponents. And who knows? Ugas might have won those fights because those fights were not televised in the beginning of his career. But Ugas is now the WBA regular world champion. Grew up in Cuba, had an extensive amateur career, and now his whole career went to this, becoming a world champion. And the fight next for him is likely a Jamal James clash, being that James is the interim champion, and that will be a good rematch, as it's been a couple years since they first fought, but Ugas really did beat up Jamal James in their first fight. But another fight I would like to see is Ugas versus Alexander Besputin, who is the original WBA regular champion. He got vacated, and this is the title that Ugas fought for against Ramos tonight. But Ramos now 26-4, 20 knockouts. Ugas now 26-4 as well with 12 knockouts. But Ugas still ranked number 7 by BoxRec. Ramos, I believe, has gone down to like 27, originally starting at 23. But what's next for Ramos? Probably another PBC showcase fight, maybe starting at a show or being a co-main event, possibly in 2021. But as I said before, an Ugas fight versus Jamal James, a rematch, or a fight versus Alexander Besputin is likely what I see in the future, or possibly a rematch versus Sean Porter for his regular title. But just to talk about the scoring again, I thought Ugas all night pressed him. He dictated with the jab. And I just got to say, I forgot to mention that Ugas landed more than 100 punches than Ramos. It's just disgusting, their scoring. And the other judges had a 115-113 for Ugas, 2 115-113, 7-5. And the other one, I don't know how you have a 9-3 for Ramos. Just terrible scoring. Absolutely disgusting. And, I mean, Ugas has been robbed before, as I said before, against Robles. He's been robbed, in my opinion. And against Sean Porter, he's been robbed. He has so many losses. He has split decision. Also to Amir Imam, he lost by split decision. That's 3. I forgot to mention the Amir Imam fight. It's just, I think he's getting robbed a lot, especially the Sean Porter fight. He should have been the WBC and now WBA world champ. But I would not mind seeing a rematch with Sean Porter or a rematch with Jamal James, as I said before. And mentioning some other welterweights on the card, Cody Crawley also fought. He's undefeated, 19-0. He looked pretty good. I wouldn't mind seeing him versus a top guy, maybe like Jamal James, or a fight versus Thomas Delorme. Or maybe he needs to shape up a bit, being that this is his first big fight on television, on U.S. broadcasts. But overall, I think it was a decent card. His nephew actually got a win, Jesus Ramos, by second-round knockout against an undefeated opponent. And, yeah, overall a pretty decent card, some decent fights. And I thought this fight was pretty good. Ugas did get wobbled, like I said before, but I forgot to mention at the last second of the 12th round, I was thinking, what if Ramos could do another Brian Perella miracle and land one huge uppercut, knock Ugas out. But in this case, they were trading, and the commentators were saying once the bell rings, or the 10-second mark, they're going to go swinging for the last 10 seconds. And that actually happened. both fighters were trading. It was an initial great combination from Ugas. Then once Ugas got tied up near the ropes, huge left hook from Ramos, and it wobbled Ugas. And in round number 3, another left hook from Ramos. So the commentators really didn't say anything about it. They really shook it off as nothing. But once they replayed it, you could really see that Ugas was stunned from that left hook. But there was nothing really wrong with that, being that Ramos is a very powerful guy and known for his power, being that he has 20 KOs and his 26 victories. Overall, a pretty decent fight, pretty terrible scoring. As I said before, I thought Ugas won pretty comfortably, agreeing with the commentators who scored at 120-108. And as I said before, social media was blasting over saying that it was a terrible scorecard. But that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.